Hey guys, I'm Sebastian.
I'm Mary Lou.
This is Mary Lou. We're from Performance Play Sports Care. We're going to talk about lower back pain and hip pain today. We had a really cool case presentation that came in. Obviously, this is all privacy. We won't share anything that will reveal that person, but we found that a lot of people tend to like presentations on YouTube videos because it resonates well with maybe what you're experiencing. So at any point, if you feel like, hey, I want some help and that this kind of describes you, we've seen people like this before. We'd love to help you out. We're in Costa Mesa, California. We can help you virtually or in person. So we're going to cover, you saw this person originally, so why don't you describe a little bit about what was going on with them?
Okay. Well, first off, when she walked in, she felt like she could, barely walk. She couldn't bend over, so she walked in kind of like stiff, right? Not feeling like she could move around very well.
She wasn't crooked, though.
No, she wasn't crooked, but you could just see it in like, your natural walk. Somebody has like a natural walk. She was very careful in walking, couldn't bend over, and when I asked her, to kind of go through some movements, it was like, this is all I got.
Yeah, she couldn't go, she was like here, right? Like she wasn't very far at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could she squat down? I don't remember.
No, I don't think she could squat, so I'm not quite sure how she got her shoes on that morning, so that could be a sign. If you couldn't, bend down and put your shoes on, that's
well, I know she had pain with getting in and out of cars at the time, right?
Yeah. Pain with getting in and out of the cars. When she was sitting down for a long period of time, she was feeling it more. And then I'd say those are the main indicators.
And so it was mainly
tightness.
Back pain right around, like, it's kind of like around this area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we figured out later that she had like this kind of groin pain that went, or like this flank pain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
kind of wrapped around.
yeah, and for work she wore a belt. Different people wear belts, like carpenters, construction workers, police officers, and so she was saying that she wore the belt after working he was sitting for a long day, right?
Yeah,
and she was wearing a belt.
She was, I think, sitting for pretty much the whole shift, rather than getting up and walking around, taking breaks. So if you find that you're sitting for a prolonged amount of time, and then you go to get up and you're like, oh, I can barely move,
Yes.
Or you have any radiating hip pain.
She was really having trouble. Like just getting out of a chair was one of the first things we worked on, I think, on day one.
Yeah, but yeah, that was kind of the presentation.
But yeah, so she actually didn't do anything prior because she had seen us before, so she just came straight in, which was great because we got to see this really early, and it did resolve really well. The first things that we did was to check out to see if she had a direction that her spine liked, which usually is really common. People who can't bend forward, their spine likes to go backwards. People who don't like to go backwards, maybe have them make their spine go forward. We have another case that we'll present in a little bit, which is about a spine that really resolves everything, glute pain, really well when rounding forward. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. But this one we extended her a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so let's just show what that extension maybe looked like, because clearly bending forward wasn't working for her.
Yeah,
right?
I do think she had a little bit of pain still with extension, but it wasn't as extreme as going forward was much more painful.
I think the backwards created this more, right? But the back itself felt better.
Felt better, yeah, the tightness.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how did we do it? I don't remember. Did we do the standing or the face down one?
We did the sitting or face down one.
Okay, well, we'll have you do it.
Oh, that
again.
was the other thing. She had relief with laying down.
Oh,
so
that's right.
the laying in this position already.
Was she like this?
Yeah, like in a resting position, just like this. She already said, well, this is how it feels better. So that was also another indicator.
So was she able to get to like a 0 out of 10 pain in this position? Like completely normal? And then like getting up and moving was painful,
Was
right?
painful, yeah. But as long as she was laid face down, totally 0.
Cool.
All right.
What do you want me to do next?
Put your hands right below your shoulders
Cool.
on the table.
Oh, hands.
Hands. There you go. And I want you to go ahead and push as high as you can. Try to relax your back, relax the legs and everything. Everything below the waist should feel like you're just not even moving. Tricep burn.
Okay. So doing this, like I don't feel anything.
Mhm.
Did she feel anything at all?
She did at the top, so she felt like she could go up and then come back down. Up, she would like touch the pain and then come back down. So it wasn't completely pain-free at the top, but it was better relief after we did a few of them.
Yeah. And so afterwards, she did her movement improve? Was she able to bend forward? Like what type of results did she get that first day?
Yeah, the first day, so, you described she was only able to move maybe this much into her bend, then
Mhm.
she was able to go a little bit further, and then we just built some stability into
Yeah.
in her back.
I think she even had pain coughing and sneezing, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. You're right. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
So so a lot of times, like with these situations, like there's some type of disc irritation, low back disc irritation, which isn't always, but it's probably important to note that low back disc irritation of various different types don't actually require surgery or medication to feel better. I think we helped her out for the course of about a month and a half, I think is about it was. And she didn't really have any problems at the end of that month and a half, which she was required to do some of these, which we did. We also did another exercise called a bird dog, which we'll show you that one right now, possibly. And let's see, I'll be the teacher. So,
Okay.
although I'm gonna have to hunch over to make sure I'm still on
Can you
camera.
see?
So,
There you go.
yeah. So the cool thing with the bird dog is that since her spine really liked this kind of neutral or extended position, it's really easy for people to kind of sag into it. And so Mary Lou, push my hand up, and then push my hand, or go the opposite. And so she can kind of find a range that's comfortable to her. She might say ow, 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 and then good, come out of the level of pain, which might sag her down a little bit. Sag down, perfect. Let's stay right there. So she can use pain as like an asset in this case. So all I want you to do is reach along with your arm, and reach along with the other foot. Good. And so you can see kind of like my head right here, as if my head was a bowling ball. Mary Lou's not going to drop me at any point. So stay right there for about 5 to 10 seconds, and go ahead and come on down. And go again, same side. So you're
It's harder
holding.
on a squishy table.
Yeah, I know. You can't fall over.
Right.
Yeah, that rotational stability is real. So this is an example of a good corrective exercise, go and relax, that can help create some stiffness in this area, because she needed more stiffness in her lower back, because the opposite is rounding, in which she was really good at. Go ahead and you can go seated again.
Right.
So this is just an example of how something like a good rehab program can work for things like back. And she had kind of, I guess you would call that, would that be glute pain or
It was
groin
kind of like
pain?
a hip. Yeah, because she described it as the front of the hip. You
Okay.
know, because I think that's a typical presentation. Like if you wear a belt a lot and you feel it kind of coming down this way, it's more front of the hip, maybe almost to the groin.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people who do wear belts, they complain about that type of pain, which is actually pretty simple to reduce. They could just easily lay on their belly, which is simple pain management. You don't need any medication for that. But to really make it stick and make it so that it doesn't come back, you have to do something which is more supportive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your opinion of how corrective exercise works?
I feel like it's creating stability around that area. So like patching it in with, you found first aid, something that kind of gives you a window of pain-free opportunity. And then now you build in correctives and it gives you an extension of that window, of pain-free time.
Yeah, so you don't have to do as
Yeah.
much first aid?
Yeah.
Good, I like that. So if you guys are suffering from something like this, especially if you're wearing a belt and it seems like it's triggering the problem, we'd love to help you out. We're in Costa Mesa, California, but we see people virtually and in person, and we have a lot of different reviews actually on our website and Google reviews that show the validity of how well virtuals do work if you need to use them. Obviously in person is always the best, but we'd love to work with you guys. Our contact is at the bottom. See you guys next video.